It's good. What's that?
Say you need to stop picking on people. Start doing real jokes.
So, this is Sammy who gets called out for being racist. And guess who did it?
Did I have a turban? No, I do not have a turban. However, I will say, okay, look.
Yep, our dear woke warriors. Let's be real. This whole woke culture thing is making everyone's head spin. 1 minute it's one issue, and the next, something else. Luckily, some of the best comedians are here to save the day. From being labeled racist to dumb, they just keep doing their thing, unfazed. Ready to see how these comedians absolutely destroyed this woke culture? Without further ado, let's dive right in. Starting off with legendary Ricky. In a world where cancel culture strikes faster than you can say woke, one man still stands tall, fearlessly speaking his mind. Ricky Gervais. Love him or hate him, you have to admit he doesn't hold back. In fact, he's built his whole career on the idea that if you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right. Or as Ricky once famously said, you aren't right just because you're offended.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about offence, isn't it? When people say they're offended, it's that just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right.
See, that's the thing with today's world. Just because someone's upset doesn't mean we need to stop everything and cancel whoever happens to be in the spotlight. Keep doing that, and soon we'll be left with nobody. Ricky knows this, and is more than happy to poke fun at it. He's like that one guy at the party who says what everyone else is thinking, but is too scared to say out loud.
I think you've got to deal with taboos and contentious issues, and sometimes you deal in irony. You should polarise. You should polarise, because everyone's different, so...
When it comes to comedy, Ricky's got a simple philosophy. Jokes are meant to make people laugh. Some will, some won't. That's the game. But these days, it seems like woke culture finds everything offensive. Ricky even tried doing woke comedy once. How did it go? Let's just say it was as exciting as eating plain white bread.
And there's loads of types of comedy, and comedy evolves, you know. There's a new type of comedy at the moment called woke comedy, right?
Comedy needs an edge. It needs that little, did he just say that moment? But woke comedy? That's more like, let me apologize before I even get to the punchline. And seriously, what's the point of that? If everyone's too scared to laugh, then why are we even here? And speaking of blunt truths, let's tackle the whole biological woman debate. Oh yeah, we're going there. Ricky doesn't shy away from this one.
Oh, women. Not all women. I mean the old-fashioned ones. You know, the old-fashioned women.
If someone identifies as a woman but still has male organs, well, it's not exactly the same thing, is it? Science 101. People. Biology has two basic categories. XX and XY. That's it. No debate. Now, if you feel differently about yourself later on in life, that's cool. Feelings, hormones, emotions. They all come into play. There's a category for everything, and trying to blur the lines just to make a statement seems a little, well, ridiculous. And just to clear the air, Ricky isn't against the trans community. Not even close. He's made it clear that everyone deserves the same rights and respect. But when it gets to the point where one group's rights start stepping on another's, that's when things get messy. Respect is a two-way street. You can't just take someone else's space or identity because you want to. Let's not forget the infamous Caitlyn Jenner joke either. Oh man, remember the outrage? People lost their minds, thinking Ricky was making fun of her gender.
Can't mention him anymore. He's cancelled. Not enough to apologise and move on. You've got to...
It wasn't even about that. Ricky was actually taking a jab at the absurdity of celebrity culture. His point was simple. Whatever you identify as, you're still responsible for your actions. No one's above criticism, not even celebrities. And that's where Ricky really nails it. He's not punching down, he's just holding up a mirror.
Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist.
It's this kind of humor that hits woke culture like a brick wall. But that's exactly why people love him. Or, let's be real, why they hate him. Either way, he's not going anywhere. Ricky speaks for the rest of us, who are tired of being told what to think, how to feel, and what we should or shouldn't be offended by. It's exhausting, isn't it? Not everything needs to be a social justice battle or a platform for ticking diversity boxes. Sometimes, a joke is just a joke, and life is just what it is, with no hidden agenda. Rick's just the loudspeaker for common sense in a world that seems to have lost its mind.
But these people are virtue signaling. They're trying to bring people down to raise their own status. And they say it's because, no, we're protecting minorities.
Ricky's not even trying to be controversial. He's just being honest, and that honesty feels more dangerous in today's climate than ever before.
Welcome to my show. It's not a show. There's no dancers or jugglers. It's basically a bloke talking.
Maybe that's why he's still standing, and others are falling by the wayside. He's just saying the things that most of us are thinking, but are too afraid to say out loud. These so-called woke folks just can't seem to help themselves from embarrassing, well, themselves. Honestly, I don't get it. If you don't get the joke, then just don't say anything. It's like Ricky Gervais said, the joke wasn't offensive. You just took it personally when it wasn't even directed at you. And that's exactly the problem. So, from Ricky Gervais' no-holds-barred takedown of woke culture, let's slide into Sammy's realm. Trust me, things are about to get even wilder. You ready for this? Because it's about to get spicy. Sammy Obeid. This guy was called racist for no reason over jokes he made. Like, seriously? First off, before we even dive in, I need you guys to check out the clip and think, were these jokes even offensive?
People don't like math, but half of us are math people. Half of the world is technically above the 50th percentile. You know what I mean? If you don't know what that means, you're below it.
They were just fun. Sammy's got this vibe, you know? He's the kind of guy you'd want to hang out with all day, cracking jokes and having a chill time. It's clear he's fun, laid back, and just being himself.
But I'm part Lebanese and I'm part Palestinian, so I'm in the news all the time right now. Now, it's crazy because I'm Palestinian and my roommate is Jewish.
But of course, there's always that one guy who shows up and just kills the vibe. You know the type, right? The one who can't take a joke and suddenly everything is offensive. Yeah, well, that happened, and Sammy destroyed him, and rightfully so.
Everybody has a good time. Bridge the cultural relations. It's very important. It's good. What's that?
Look, there's a big difference between having different races and being racist. Sammy was just doing what comedians do, talking about real stuff in a way that makes you laugh and think at the same time. It's not that deep. When things aren't shoved down your throat and you can laugh about it, you actually start to understand things better. And that's exactly what Sammy was doing, using humor to bring light to real issues. But nope, some people just have to overreact.
And I'm making light of it. I'm making light of it, brother. Why would the majority of the crowd be booing you?
So yeah, who's the racist now, bro? And honestly, that wasn't even the first time Sammy had to deal with these overly woke warriors. There was another time when he had to put one of them in their place. Sammy's doing his thing, normal stand-up comedy, the crowd's vibing, everyone's having a great time. Then, out of nowhere, some guy stands up and starts acting all politically woke, like he's about to save the world or something. Yeah, you already know where this is going.
You know, or we could just not bomb anyone. Another alternative.
Politics ain't funny.
That one too, I guess you want to...
The guy tries to call Sammy out, and honestly, it's just embarrassing. Like, how do some people take jokes so seriously? They act like they're the smartest person in the room, trying to be all high and mighty. It's painful to watch.
Politics is some funny man.
Right.
What's up?
Read the room.
Read the room. Yeah, exactly.
But here's the thing. If you can't handle jokes, why are you even at a comedy show? Comedy is supposed to make you laugh, maybe push some boundaries, and yeah, sometimes it'll make you think. But it's not supposed to be a lecture.
Israel-Palestine is this guy's whole personality. That's all he talks about in his set now. So it's such like a Gen Z thing to say.
He's not there to offend anyone. He's there to make people laugh and maybe challenge them to see things in a new light. And if some overly woke person doesn't like it, that's on them. So next time you're watching a comedy show, just chill out. If you don't get the joke, move on. No need to kill the vibe for everyone else, right? And now we've saved the best for last, Kvon. This guy absolutely tore apart and demolished woke culture in his signature, no-nonsense and bold style. And wow, did he deliver?
I was performing at a college. Now, colleges are notoriously fun. At least they used to be. College kids used to party, right?
Let's be real. College students these days seem like they're just waiting for something to protest. Like, they're out there, ready to jump at anything, acting like they're the champions of every cause. Oh, we support this, we support that.
Cruise ships used to be boring. Old people who are conservative, they're not gonna laugh. College kids used to, everything has changed.
But, excuse me? What is the comedian supposed to talk about then? Oh, and let's not forget that hilarious moment when he was called out for not keeping up with the ever-growing acronym.
Other than that, say whatever you want. We're really big into freedom of speech on this campus. Are you though?
LGBTQ? No. We've moved on to LGBTQIAA+. Our bad for not knowing.
Did you guys know they did an update? No. If you did, that's cool. That you're like an iPhone 16. You're updated.
Kvon didn't stop there. He literally goes on to explain each letter.
We all know LGBTQ, but what's I? Who knows I? You know I? Intersexual. I looked at that, I'm like, maybe that's me.
Thanks for the update, I guess. Honestly, Kvon's bit was brilliant. He showed how ridiculous it all is and how quickly people get offended over nothing. It's like a comedy show turns into a who can be the most woke contest. Well, there you have it, folks. We all got enlightened together today. But what do you think? Feeling woke enough yet? Share your thoughts in the comment section below and make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. And let's just hope we survive this crazy woke era. Thanks for watching.